What's up, guys? Welcome back to Maestro Vapes. Today we are looking at the Stillare. This is the Tobeco clone of it. I've got serial number like 14,000 and something. These are really popular RDAs, and I can see why. I'm vaping this on the Cartel mod, so it's the Cartel clone of the Stillare, so it kind of meshes together pretty good. I'm really digging this Cartel clone. This thing is boss. You're going to see a video for this coming up really soon, and I'm digging this thing a lot. Like a fat kid on cake, I like this thing. It is sick. Let me have a pull off this guy. The Stillare is nice. I dig it. I like these little Cyclops eyes that are on here. They're adjustable, which is pretty cool. I just vape it wide open. I'm thinking about drilling those out a little bit bigger, making those slots slightly larger for the type of vaping that I do. For most people, this thing is gonna be just sick, okay? It's got gold-plated screws in it, gold-plated posts on it, so that's really nice. It's got a gold-plated 510 pin on the bottom of it as well that you'll see in the close-up. I don't know if it helps the conductivity that much. I'm sure that it does, but it's not like noticeable. It's not the be-all, end-all, right home from camp about. But it is really nice that they do that. I do notice sometimes when I take the cap off that there's a little bit of juice that pops off on here. And now my drip tip's all loose in here for some reason. But when I take this off, put this on, sometimes I'll get a little dribble of juice in there. Isn't really a big deal. You just wipe that thing off and wipe it onto your pants. But anyway, let's take it in. We'll take a look at it, unbox it, see all the stuff that you get, and then we'll come back, chat a little more about it. All right, guys. So here we are with the Tobeco Stillare clone, all right? I've got this guy on my Grand Vapor Sentinel. This is the gold-plated version, all right? This is a 22 millimeter in diameter RDA. This dripper is nice. Here, I'll show you something. This is the copper Nemesis, which is 22 mils. I'll go to this instead. It's kind of streaky and dirty looking right now, but it does fit on there. Really nice. I like to leave a little gap in my RDAs. That's why it's kind of not sitting flush. That's just because the low resistance builds that I do on these. All right. Let's take a look, shall we? The box itself, little cardboard kind of box with all these markers like don't throw it away, recycle it, it's recyclable, it's good to use, and it's approved somewhere. I guess that's what all that stuff means. Little tiny Tobeco box, and the Stillare is sitting on a little pyramid in the clouds with the sun underneath it. I guess that's what that is. Very nice. All right, when you get this guy, it comes with this little bag of goodies. It does not come with any spare O-rings. It doesn't come with spare screws in this Tobeco, okay? It would be nice if it did. It does come with a healthy piece of silica. Comes with enough silica to probably do, you know, a couple of dual coil builds, and it's got some 28 gauge wire. I think it's Kanthal, although it might be nichrome wire. And there's a good solid, 12 to 16 inches of it. There's enough wire in here to do a couple of solid dual coil builds. If not, maybe even 3 of them. All right. Very nice of them to throw that in. So enough of those guys. The Stillare. The airflow on this thing is adjustable, and it's really nice. All you got to do is turn this kind of top cap around here and start to shut it out, or open it back up. And it spins really nice, especially when you got some juice on that O-ring. It's super nice to open it and close it. I've got this thing just wide open. That's the way I dig it. A lot of people have been buying these up. As you could tell, this is serial number 14,851. There are a lot of these out there. Super popular, this Cartel Stillare clone. The actual airflow hole in this is really small when you get it. I've actually drilled mine out a little bit bigger. I think I've drilled it out to like 6.5 millimeters, maybe 7 millimeters, something like that, because it was really, really tight. I'll try and put a picture of the original size of that airflow hole, that bore of it, into this, just so you can see that as well. It comes into pieces, comes apart in pieces, and this is your top portion. I really like addies like this. The Tobeco. What else is like this? The iGo M, I believe, is like this, where you can kind of pull this top portion off where your airflow is and drip into there. It's really nice. You don't have to pull this whole thing apart because it's tight anyway. But you don't have to open this up, have your dirty looking coils out for everyone to see. So it is nice that you can do that, all right? And it's really tight. That O-ring on the bottom is super tight. So when you are pulling this top cap off, it doesn't want to yank this out, which is nice. The top of this thing is just flat. There is no kind of curved up or reduced chamber in that sense. It's just the way it is. Flat top, that's it. As you can see, I've got a messy drilled out bore in there, but it does perform super well. Single O-ring on this guy. And these slots are really nice. You can get a good draw out of this. If your builds are, 0.16 ohm and up, you're going to be able to get a good draw out of this. If you're building below 0.16, you might want to put additional airflow holes into this. And it looks good. The brushed finish on this is super nice. I really dig the brushed finish. It looks really good. Pull this top middle piece out of here, and it's kind of got this little indentation in here where it sits against the top of the deck right here, the lip of the deck, so it doesn't go too far down or slide too far or drop on the floor like I just did. If I can find it. There we go. I might need to wipe that thing off. I put a build in here the other day. I've had this for about 2 days. And what happened was this gold plating that's on here just darkened up. Like it got baked on here. The build I had in here was about a 0.09 ohm build. And yeah, once I dry fired it without any wick in there to kind of drop, cook the coils off, clean the coils, it just murdered the finish on here. I can't really polish that out. It's the best it's gonna get. But the holes in this guy are adequate. Like, they are fairly nice holes in here. You can fit a lot of wire into these guys. They are super, super nice. They are nice sized holes in your post. You can put, 2 pieces of 22 gauge through there. You might be able to put, you could probably put 3 pieces of 22 gauge through one of the holes. So you could do 22 gauge parallels with this as long as you're using single strands of wire. You can definitely do that. I'm going to clean these up a little bit, open them up a little bit more so I can do some 20 gauge dual coil parallel kind of stuff in here. But yeah, it works really nice. It's not too exciting on the deck itself. It's just a standard lip, little insulator in there, and that's really it. It's not super exciting, but the gold I'm finding is a good conductor. The plating on there is helping a little bit. On the bottom of this, the 510 connection here is also gold plated. So that helps out conductivity quite a bit, and I'm digging this thing. With the single O-ring on the bottom of this, I thought it wasn't going to hold really well when I first saw it, but it does. This O-ring holds the middle section of this just super, super groovy. Like, it is awesome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a build on this guy, and yeah, we'll have a vape off of it and talk about it a little bit. I dig it. It is a nice dripper. I like that you can just kind of pull this top piece off and drip into this big tube right here. You're never going to get some leakage out of the sides that you might get sometimes when you drip onto your cotton. Onto your coil, it might run down onto your mod. So it does protect it a little bit. I do notice that I do get a little bit of juice on here. Sometimes from putting the cap on and taking it off, I'll get a little runoff on there. But that's not that big a deal. I just wipe it onto my shorts or my pants. I'm going to drip a little bit of juice into this. Sorry, this is how I do it all the time. Hold this thing in my mouth. Yeah, 22 gauge parallels going in here today. It's working pretty nice. Airflow is wide open on this guy. Vaping, what is this? Morning Glory, Toronto Juice Company. Really nice liquid. It's pretty sweet. I dig this one a lot. I've been enjoying vaping this one. With that hole drilled out, it's a little bit better in here. I like it a lot more. Yeah, these things are popular. Like, I got serial number 14,000, something like it's almost 15,000. A lot of people are are using these things, and I could tell why. It does work really nice. Yeah, if I could just open that up a little bit more, I think this thing would be pretty boss. The gold-plated posts and screws on it are really nice. They help the conductivity a little bit. Like, it's not the be-all, end-all, but it's, you know, a little bit better. It's a little bit better. You don't notice a huge difference, but it's nice that it's there. It gives you that peace of mind, all right? So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. It's Maestro Vapes. I'll catch you on the next one. Like I always say, bud out, vape up, and breathe easy. Know your limits and vape within it, and you, my friend, are going to have a stellar day.